Hello everyone, Scott here. Hope you are doing fantastically well. Today I want to explore the topic of 3G holidays. And when I say 3G, I don't mean phone mass and conspiracy theories and Wi-Fi. We're talking about 3G, three generational holidays. And that's as it sounds. We've got three generations of one family staying in one property. Massively popular, even more so after the lockdowns. And for some of these people there, and it's a massive chunk of the calls we get and the emails we get saying, "Hi Pillow, do you have any of these properties?" And people are struggling to find these because there's not a lot of large properties, and some people don't want to take large groups. But let me tell you why this is an amazing idea. So it's definitely in the rise. You think of three generations of a family coming together. This might be the first time they've done it in years. They want to make amazing experiences. And us as hosts can service that market very well. And in return, make money, but have fantastic guests who are very happy about what we're giving them. So third generation, well, we're going to have probably elderly people, the grands and papas, the grands and grandmas, the mums and dads in their 40s or 50s, and then below that, teenagers. We'll go down with that third generation and say you've got the grands in their 60s, the mums and dads, and maybe their late 20s, 30s, 40s, and then babies or young kids, younger than teenagers. So there's a wide range of different people there, but it's the same amount of people that we're going to need to service. So for that level, we're definitely going to need to at least 6, but probably 10 is always a good one, so teenagers can get their own rooms and stuff. So why am I making a video about this now? Well, it's massively on the rise. We get lots of calls that said we don't have enough properties. We are going to be doing marketing campaigns at Pillow because these 3G trips and stays are just exploding. Now, not just anecdotal evidence with us, there's been studies from an Irish company and lots of other reviews and studies done, but I think one number was 37% of guests intend to book this in the next few years. So of all holidaymakers, 37%, that's a third, intend to book a 3G stay. And I think the other statistic I wrote down was 26% already have for 2020. So 26% of the market of these people polled are going to book a 3G stay with their family. So what does that mean for us? Well, people are very concerned sometimes about, renting a property to 10 people. And when people phone us up and say, "Scott, what type of property should I invest in?" I always say the same thing. Large accommodation that sleeps more than 10 people, you'll get fully booked all the time. People are reluctant to do that because they automatically think crazy hen do's, stag do's, groups of guys going away for football or golf and wrecking the place. And to be honest, it's just not true. And let me tell you why that is. You do get properties like that, but if you have a nice property that is going to be for that 3G stay, focused towards that, has certain things for kids, and it is set up to create that environment. Your marketing draws people in, it creates areas in the property, it creates that fantasy of what they could do when they go there, and it's marketed specifically to that, you will get those high-end families. And why are they great? Well, let me tell you this. If you have 3 generations of a family going, 2 generations of them will be adult women, the gran and the mum, and I guarantee they will say the same thing. "I would never leave this property a mess. I wouldn't embarrass myself," or "I'll leave this property the way my property would want to be left." Now, that's not been sexist. It's a massive compliment because guys attempt to do this thing, and we're going to clean up, but we essentially just mop the dirt around a worktop, whereas women are just more conscious and they would never, they've got pride, whereas guys do their best, but we don't always achieve that. So if you've got 2 generations of females there's no way somebody's going to leave a property when the mum's there, and the mum will be even more conscious about leaving that property perfect. So in our experience, 3 generational family stays are the best target market. Why? Because the bigger properties, more income and more profit for owners, but they tend to take a little bit of pride. They put the bins out, they clean the dishes. Whereas if you've got 10 people staying that are there for a party and they may be the best guests in the world, then they're not going to clean as much. And I'm generalising. But don't worry about damage, because they say, "Well, I don't want," they might bring a pet or they might bring a child and it might do something. We don't take children well. You take the risk in short-term lettings with any booking. We've had film stars, we've had international sports stars, we've had doctors and lots of other things that are really, really high end and paying a lot of money. Shocked us the money they were paying for corporate letting. Very, very high nightly and weekly and monthly rates, and they've left it a mess. Why? It's just their nature or their culture. So I think 3D family stays are amazing. 3 generations of the one family, and you can really market to them. You're actually servicing a bit of the market that you're creating amazing experiences for these people. Imagine you being a host and being able to host that 3 generation family, help them create the experiences. It could be the first time they've came together from lockdown. It could be the last experience where they're all going to be together as a family. And trust me, people think like that these days, especially with elderly people, and we don't take it for granted anymore that our mums and dads and grands and papas will be there forever. So you can service a great market. They are really happy, and you're not just giving somebody a bed for the night. You are creating magical experiences that family are probably going to treasure forever. So for me, a fantastic market segment. Always looking for properties. We have multiples more people looking for this. There's a kind of undersupply in the market for these 3 generational type properties. So if anybody's watching, has MD or knows MD with them, get in touch, because a really great market segment, and we'd love to get guests.